What's up everybody, welcome to Rita's Way. Today is a very special video. I'm, along with you guys, we're making some Mangu con los tres golpes. This is a very heavy breakfast, but it's definitely one that's gonna make sure that you are full and content until the next meal. This is one of the most iconic dishes that we have back home in the Dominican Republic, and I assure you, even though it's for breakfast, I am guilty of having it for lunch, dinner, or anytime I really want to. So if you guys are ready, I know I'm ready. And since it's still morning time, I got my little coffee right over here, mi cafecito. So let's get started. So we start with peeling off our plantains. We got 4. This thing is good enough for 2 to 3 people. So we're just gonna get these done. And I'll just cut off the ends. So you see these are pretty like ripe, like really ripe. So just got cut. Doesn't have to be too deep, just enough to get the skin. And with your finger, you just peel it off. You see? And make sure you have a baggie to put it up. And there we go. I'm just gonna cut them in half and put them right over here. You see how easy that was? I'm gonna put these in a pot and I'm gonna start getting my onions. Let's go. Got my red onion. We're gonna get it out of here. I'm gonna put this right over here. So I'm gonna slice some onions, and thankfully I have this device so I don't have to slice it myself. So I'm gonna take the onion and carefully I know I did half the onion, so if you want you can slice it. Here we go. Oh. There we go. Look how good. You have enough to use any other dish with it. I'm just gonna use, let's say, half a cup. So let's go get the other stuff. I'm cutting some cheese. We're gonna use the queso de freír because we're gonna fry some cheese. Let me show you right here. We got this beauty right here. Now, with the cheese, you want to slice not too thick, but also not too thin. And how many you are gonna make or prep is entirely up to you, how many you're gonna eat. So I'm gonna cut it in half. And I'm gonna make probably an inch or 2. There we go. And I start slicing. So this is good thick, you see? So there we go. Here we go. Awesome. Dominican salami. Same thing with the cheese. You're gonna just, oh well, let me show you her here. You're gonna make a little cut over here so you can wrap it. Kind of like we did the plantain. Here we go. So same with the cheese. I'm gonna cut just the amount that I know I'm gonna make. And since I'm sharing, I'm gonna be making a good amount. So The thickness of it, it really depends on your preference. I just like the cheese. I don't like it. I like it not too thin, but also not too thick. So you have to find that balance within yourself. But here you go. Hope you can see it. That's good thick. Eat 20 slices. Don't worry, whatever I don't use, I'm just gonna put it in the container. So let's go. So now that we have everything else prepped, we're gonna start boiling our plantains. So I'm gonna, as you see, getting like this, you go ahead and you lower the heat to medium, about number 6. And you also put your timer for 10 minutes. After that, we're just gonna check how it is, and if it's done, then we'll keep going. All right, so while we have our plantains right next to this pan, we're gonna start frying our sides. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. You don't need much because the salami doesn't need that much. So just gonna add half a tablespoon. We're gonna do this so we can spread around. Once it gets hot, we're gonna start adding our salamis one by one until we have almost everything covered. Once we have them on the pan like this, we're just gonna let it cook for a few minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then with a fork we're gonna keep checking that it has the color that we actually want. Once you get the crispiness of your desire, you put it in the plate and keep frying the rest. Right, here are our salamis. Some are crispier than others, but this is everybody's preference. So now that we have these done, let's do and prep the pan for the cheese. Going to add some vegetable oil. We're gonna do probably half a cup. Yep. Here we go. So we're gonna wait for that to get hot. So we're gonna put it a little bit on medium, and we're gonna get our cheese and we're gonna start adding it carefully. We're finally done. So the last thing is to fry the eggs and also the sauteed onions. So let's go. Last step before we set everything up is sauteing our onions. Add half a teaspoon of olive oil. We're adding as much onions as you're gonna saute as you want. I'm adding a handful, which is like probably half a cup. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little more because we all like some onions over here. There we go. Almost set. Uh-oh. There we go. Gonna saute it until they get this clear color. It shouldn't take too long. There we go. You see it's kind of see-through-ish. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. Now, after it gets like this, we're gonna get some white vinegar. Let me show you right here. System like it. And we're gonna add just half a teaspoon. This is what gives it that flavor and also that smell that you're looking for, and it just makes it even so good. So we're just gonna add that right over here, just not too much. I actually added a tablespoon, so just add that shit. And we are good to go. Let me show you this right here. This looks amazing. I'm gonna leave it in the pan so I can prep my plate and just get it straight from the heat. So let's go. So it's been 10 minutes for the plantains. You see how easy the fork goes up into the plantain. There you go. And yeah, this is already ready. So let's get our big bowl and start mashing. Also, a little tip, I'm gonna keep a little bit of water, like the same water where we boil our plantains, because we're gonna use, so just got a little bit, and let's go. We have the water right over here. We have all this over here, and I used to mash it with a fork, but now I got this. I think this is what they call a potato masher here, but it works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the plantain water. We're gonna add splashes of it little by little, but check this out. We also have butter. So apart from making it soft, we're also gonna make it creamy. And I'm just gonna use half a tablespoon of butter per each time, and I'll just add it as I go. So I'm gonna use this and this. Yeah, a teaspoon of each, and we mix again. Here we go. Welcome to my Tres Golpes station. Here we're gonna put everything up and make our nice bowl. And here we go. What you think of it? You can barely see it, huh? It's okay. It's still right over here. Shall we try this? Everything turned out greatly. I did forget it was this time consuming, but it is worth it. So please do this with time, in no rush at all. It's definitely worth it. And I'm happy that I'm actually already hungry. So this is our results. I know I showed you already, but I just want to show you again. It's amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. A little bit of onion, cheese, salami, mango, and some eggs. That's a big bite. Alright guys, bye.